Today we're gonna go chasing waterfalls. I'm up in far north Queensland in this beautiful rainforest. Look at this. Oh, you don't see my head. You can hear the birds and insects and everything in the background. It's beautiful. It's so lovely up here. But today I'm going to show you guys how to do panoramas using your DSLR. So I'm walking down to the waterfall now. I've actually got no idea what it looks like, but I'm sure that we could find a composition that I can demonstrate the little nuances that will make this a much smoother process for you when it comes to shooting and then when it comes to editing later in Photoshop and Lightroom. But for now, let's just enjoy the walk down. We made it! We made it! Just running down to the side of the waterfall. Just gonna find a little spot. Oh boy. Trying to find different compositions to work with. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Little overhang here. This could work. Look at that. So, I'm trying to find somewhere that I can give you the best example of a panorama and why you would use it. Actually, I think I found it. Across the river there's this big green log and then the cascading waterfalls are right next to it. So I'm gonna go try and get to that. There's no real path, so I'm not sure this is, whoa, not that way. I'm not sure this is gonna work, but we'll see how it goes. Please don't be any snakes in the grass ready to eat me like I saw the other night. The location is just over there. I just gotta not slip and fall into the river and drop my cameras because that'd be shitty. Does this make anyone else cringe? Because that stresses me out a little, but here we are, backpack down there. So I'm going to apologize now for the noise because I'm next to a waterfall and it's kind of loud. Actually, good spot. Here's a good spot. Alright, so when you're setting up the shot, you want the tripod head to be completely level so that when you pan, it stays exactly the same level. I'm going to go shoot this and hopefully not get too wet. Not break another phone. So essentially what I did there, I made sure that the tripod was level so I could just pan around slowly, take a bunch of different photos all at the same setting, so the same aperture, same exposure time, same focal length, same focus point and same white balance. Otherwise you'll have troubles later when you put it all together and the camera does minor little changes. But I'm going to get out of this water because I'm pretty sure I've got a leech on my leg or something bit me. Anyway, let's go check out the waterfall that's up above and see what we can find up there. Oh, man. Oh, it's so wet. Oh, that's a cool shot. Alright, let's get the camera out again, and I'm going to do a vertical pano because I've got this huge waterfall that I'm way too close to it to get it into a 16mm frame. So, and I want to focus on the foreground as well as the background. So what I'm going to do is do the same as what I did before, but shoot and go all the way up, and we'll see what we can get. I'm really excited though. This waterfall is insane. I'm going to do a bit of a long exposure on it as well. Just going to check my settings real quick and see if I need to put a different filter on it. So I'm good with this. I've got it at f9, ISO 50, and I think it's a 3-second exposure, 3.2, whatever. You get the point. So, like before, we're going to make sure the tripod is completely flat so that when we pan up, it stays in the exact same line. So I'm just going to fire this off. So that's basically the shooting process. Just going to take a bunch of photos in a clean line. Make sure you just take a lot, like all the way down, because when it makes it easier for Photoshop to blend it later. I'll show you the whole process later in Photoshop. For now, I'm just gonna kick around and take some photos of this beautiful place, because it's just unreal. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys in the office. Welcome to my little office / home. Alrighty, let's dive straight in, shall we? This is super simple, like, so simple. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 clicks. Yeah. Enough talking, let's just do it. File, new screen recording. I help. So I've already imported them. Just to make this super quick for you guys, you're going to find your photos. So we'll start with the panorama of the waterfall going that way. So I've got all of the shots just there. I'm going to highlight, click 1, you're then going to right click and go photo merge. Over to panorama. Computer's probably going to have a little meltdown, just like mine will. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Now it kind of looks a little bit weird at the moment. So what you're going to do is go to boundary warp and just kind of tweak it. Just kind of tweak it until it looks good. And just keep going. I'm probably going to, because this was super wide, the boundary is going to be fairly warped, so it's probably going to be up around the 100 mark. So let's just see what that looks like. Spherical. There's also these spherical, cylindrical, and perspective. Don't worry about perspective, that takes a whole lot of other explaining. Cylindrical is also another one. Just kind of like toggle between these and see which one you like the best. It's going to be very different for every kind of panorama that you do. I typically go spherical, and the boundary warp on this one's going to be fairly high. If you click fill edges, it's going to fill in like the little weird bits that it couldn't quite do when it's kind of like doing its magic and putting it together. If you're like me and used to do this by hand, this would take like 6 hours to do if you were quick. Now, oh, she's done. I'm not going to use fill edges, but I am going to use auto crop. See the white little bits around the side there. And then go merge. Pretty sure that was 3 clicks. Might be 4. Either way, super simple. Then it's going to create a panorama, and then it's going to re-import it into Lightroom for you to edit your image, your final image. That's that. I'm going to do the same with the vertical pano. Come on. Alright. You will see down here you've got all the images that you had selected and created the pano. And just next to that is your panorama. Now, what I like to do is go through and just recrop it because
you always want to overshoot your pano, just like collect as much information as possible, and then you can like crop down and figure out exactly what you want from there. So I'm going to crop it at about that. That looks pretty good to me. Another quick thing to do is just zoom in. Just zoom in and check certain bits of the image, because it's not perfect. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. This image looks pretty solid to me. It looks like everything's blended. Everything's literally like perfectly merged. So I'm just gonna edit it from there. It's a raw file and it's huge. So instead of having like a 25, 30 megapixel file, you've got like 100 megapixel file. So much information that you can just do so much with. It's that simple. I'm going to do the vertical pano as well, just quickly. Literally highlight, right click, photo merge, panorama, and it's going to do the same. It's just going to realize what you've done and create a vertical pano. Isn't it magic? Technology is magical. Just magical. So good. Going to quickly bring up both images, the normal pano and the vertical pano, and just show you what the image looks like once I'm done. I hope that was helpful, guys. Remember to do those little things when shooting the pano. It makes the actual final process a lot easier, and Lightroom just won't freak out if you do those little things. A lot of these tips and tricks that I will be teaching you are super simple. It's just learning the process, doing it right, and thinking about doing it while you're in the field. There's all different kinds of techniques that will just up your photography if you take the time and learn these little things. I hope that was helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments below what else you'd like to learn on this channel. I'm really enjoying the process of this, and I'm actually learning a lot about telling you guys a story and getting my thoughts out of my head and putting them onto this camera thing that I'm talking to right now. But yeah, if you aren't subscribed already, hit that button, and I'll see you guys next week.